Oh, John, that's so nice. That's so nice. That's amazing. Yeah, Deb's not having her best week, but it's just those it's just part of the territory. But yeah, yeah, kids are actually we're our daughter's it's our daughter's birthday, so I'm coming from the dinner here to we're having a little Shabbat birthday dinner for her and her boyfriend. So anyhow, thank you, Joey. Thanks, but I appreciate your being here for tomorrow.
Question. Did you take the Torah out of the price?
What?
Did you take the Torah from the price?
Yes, it's in here. Okay. Are you ready to do your thing?
I am.
Okay. Do you want to do it before the Torah reading?
After
Because
we walk around. Yeah.
what time are you going to be here tomorrow?
Be here for-
Steve Shapiro is leading davening because Jacob's not here because his mom is sick.
And you go in.
So I have to go over to do the whatever. So I want you to let him know that you're going to do your Devar Torah right before the Torah reading.
Davening?
He's doing Shachrit. I may be back for Musaf, but I want to just you guys to coordinate because he may be thinking that he's gonna.
I'll pull him aside during.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yai dai yai dai dai yai dai yandai yai dai dai yai dai yandai yai dai 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 yai dai dai yandai dai yai dai 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 yandai dai yai dai 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 yandai yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai Dai 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 yai dai yai dai 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 who can sing with me yai dai dai yandai yai dai 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 yandai yada dai 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 yandai yada dai 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 yai dai dai yandai dai yai dai 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 yandai yada dai dai yandai yandai yada dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai 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 can you sing with me yai dai dai Yandai dai 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 yandai yada dai 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 yandai yai dai 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 yai dai dai yandai yai dai 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 yandai yada dai 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 yandai yada dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai dai yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai 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 yai dai 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 Yai dai 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 dai. Wow. Guess what, everyone? It's Shabbat. Wow. That is amazing. How do we know it's Shabbat? Well, it's Friday night, and guess what? The sun has set. So it is Shabbat. You know why we're so happy that it's Shabbat? Because if we've been in school, we get to take a little break from school at the end of the week. If we're grown-ups and we've been at work, we get to take a little bit of a break from work, and we get to be together with people we love. And here's the most important thing we can do on Shabbat. the most important thing we can do is think about something we feel really happy about, something we feel really grateful for. Shabbat is a time for us to think about all the great things that we have, like love from our parents, and maybe some love from our siblings, if we have a brother or sister, or grandparents and friends. And Shabbat is the time that we come together to celebrate how wonderful it is to be alive. So we're so glad you're with us. We want to just let people know, if you are part of our regular Friday night Shabbat service, the cantor is away unexpectedly because his mom hasn't been feeling well. So tonight we're going to do a very short Friday night service. I can hear the disappointment in the room. I can hear the sadness. I can feel your tears that it's going to be a little bit of a shorter service. But just because it's going to be shorter doesn't mean it's not going to be lots of fun. So the most important thing that we do when we come together to pray is we sing. Why do we sing when we're praying? Why are so many of our prayers songs? How do we feel when we're singing? We feel joyous, happy. We what? Avocados? I feel avocados when I'm singing. Me too. That's why we sing. If you have a prayer book, if you're old enough to read, you can take a prayer book, because we're going to begin our Kabbalat Shabbat service on page 16 of our prayer books, and we're going to sing about how amazing it is that God created this world. 4 lines from the bottom of page 16 of our prayer book, Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim v'takehel ha'aretz Yiram hayam u'meloho Yismechu Hashamayim v'takehel ha'aretz Yiram hayam u'meloho. And listen to these words, guys, because you can sing them with me. Yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai dai, yada dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai dai, yada dai, yada dai dai dai. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagehel ha'aretz Yiram hayam u'meloho. Try this part again with me. Yada dai dai yada dai yada dai dai yada dai yada dai dai yada dai yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai dai yada dai yada dai dai dai. All right. So we're together. We're sitting next to people we love. We're part of a community. We get to celebrate Shabbat. Everyone's thinking about one great thing that happened in their week. Everyone's thinking back, my week, what happened in my week? Can I remember my week? It started on Sunday. What happened on Sunday of my week? What happened on Monday? Was there anything good that happened to me? We're thinking about, did anyone have a really good thing to eat in their week? Something that was really delicious? Anything that was delicious? What was it? Lemons. Wait, we've had avocados and lemons and olives from our week. And mac and cheese. Oh, there's nothing like a good mac and cheese. Lex. A cheeseburger? Yum. Cheeseburgers are really yummy. It's true. It's true. And it's now that we can have impossible cheeseburgers, it's unbelievable. What else did we have that was great to eat? What Mondays? Taco Bell Mondays. Wow. Well, guys, guess what? Jan has made sure that we're going to have some really delicious food tonight. Jan, what's going to be like our best food tonight, do we think? Chicken schnitzel. That is one of my all-time favorites. So we're thinking about all the things we had in our week that we're so happy, and some of us are thinking about some of the great food that we ate, and that we're going to eat some great food tonight. So think about other things that you feel happy about. Maybe a friend did something really nice for you. We're going to think about the great things that happened in our week. Let's continue on page 19 of our prayer books. 3 lines from the bottom of the page, Romemu. Here's how this one goes. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. So guys, this service that we're doing right now, these songs that we're singing are from what's called Kabbalat Shabbat. And Kabbalat Shabbat is a service, or a series of songs and prayers that are only a few hundred years old. Now that may seem like a long time, but if you're a Jew, a few hundred years is just a drop in the bucket. And the people who created these prayers for us to sing were people who lived in Israel in a town called Sfat. And when they made this service, they felt like God was so close to them that God was actually going to come into the room and they were going to feel God being with them. So when we sing this song, Lecha Dodi, on page 21, we're going to imagine that God is coming into this room and there's something that maybe we want to tell God. So I want everyone to think about what you want to tell God. What do you want to tell God when we welcome God into our service? So we're going to sing Lecha Dodi, the first on page 21. We're going to sing the first and second verses, and then we're going to rise, and we're going to turn and face the entrance of this sanctuary and see Bernie and Ray standing right there, and we're going to greet Bernie and Ray and the Shekhinah. We're going to greet God when we turn to the last verse on page 22, okay? Everyone needs to, here we go. Here's the Lecha Dodi we're going to sing. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's the melody. Lecha Dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. First verse. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem u'litiferet v'liti la 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 lecha dodi likra kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Second verse, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לה 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת. Now we're going to stand and we're going to turn and face the Zaydels as they're coming in, because we're greeting the Zaydels and the Shekhinah as we go to the bottom verse on page 22. You guys ready? Boi v'shalom matert ba'ala gam b'simcha u'v'tzohola toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala pene shabbat nikabela lecha dodi likrat kala pene shabbat nikabela lecha dodi likrat kala pene shabbat nikabela lecha dodi likrat kala pene shabbat nikabela. We're going to invite people to be seated. We're going to just before we start the Mariv service, and we are going to say Kaddish at the end of Mariv, for those of you who are saying Kaddish. We are going to say Kaddish at the Mariv at the end of the evening service. Okay. Let's see. Can you tell me, before we continue with the evening service? All right. Everyone, I would love to see if you have one word. What's one word that you feel really happy about from your week that is just ending? Does anyone have a word, one word that they feel great about? Any words?
I got a reward at school today.
You got a reward for doing for being nice? For what? Owning one's actions. Wow. Then that is so great. Does anyone else have a word that they feel grateful for from their week? Something that was amazing and good. Family. That's a great blessing. Anyone else have a word?
Love and peace.
Love. Peace. What? Say it again. Thankful for all of the great things in my life. Wow, guys, these are great, great words. And you know what? All of your words are incredibly beautiful prayers. So guys, guess what? We're going to do a few more prayers for the evening service, and then we're going to get ready for Shabbat dinner in just a few minutes. So if everyone can stand, we're going to do Baruch Hu on page 28. So page 28, and we're going to face Yerushalayim. We are facing Jerusalem. Here we go. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va. Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed. Na lashevet. We're going to be seated. Guys, we're turning to page 30. We're closing our eyes for just a minute. We're putting our hands and we're thinking, God, this world that you've created is so amazing. And even though there is so much about this world we can't understand because it's so beautiful in so many ways. We know that you are the one God who made it all. So we're going to sing Shema together. And we're going to concentrate and close our eyes when we sing Shema. So join with me. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And God, you love us so much that you gave us the gift of being your people, and we're going to sing that we love you just as you love us. V'ahavta, page 30. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'elem asher anochi mitzavecha hayam alevavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibartabam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam lehot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uktavtaham al mezuzahot beitecha uvisharecha. And we're turning ahead because we're doing this super fast service. This is one of the speediest services I've ever been at, I have to say. I'm making myself dizzy, it's so fast. We're going to thank God for the gift of Shabbat. Turn to page 34 with me, Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini u'bein bnei Yisrael oti le'olam. Oti le'olam, oti le'olam. And we're going to go to the next verse before we do Vishamru again. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et ha'aretz. And we're going to the next verse. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. And finally we're going back to Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. So guys, do you know what? Sometimes words, we have a lot of words in our prayer book, so many words. Sometimes words don't really help us to connect to God. Sometimes words get in the way. So we have a special time to be a little bit quiet in our service and just think about what's in our heart and make that our prayer. So I'm going to ask people to stand, and we'll see how quiet it can get in this room. I know it's not going to get to be perfect silence, which is fine. But let's see if we can have a quiet, just a very brief prayer to God. I'm going to first sing the Chatzi Kaddish on page 34, and then a quick bit of silence. Here we go. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah B'yalma divrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecha Beit Yisrael Bahagala uvizman kahari v'yimeru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach Li'olam l'omei almaya yitbarach Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitraman, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha, b'richu, le'elam, min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dahamiran v'yalma, v'yimeru, So just a quick time for some quiet prayer. See what's in your heart. What is in our hearts? And I'm going to face Jerusalem because that helps me think about what's in my heart. Wow. And I want everyone who's still praying to continue to pray, but we're going to sing, we're going to say, God, we need peace in our world. So help us to make sure that there's peace in our world. Oh, Hoseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Vehimeru, Vehimeru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Before I say the prayer over the wine, over the grape juice, I should say, we have a lot of children in this room, and all of us feel so grateful for our children. So we're going to bless our children. We're going to bless our sons with the words, Yisimcha Elohim Kefraim Uchnashe, and we're going to bless our daughters with the word, Yismech Elohim Kasara Rivka Rachel V'Leah, and we're going to bless each other with the words of Birkat Kohanim. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. And now I'm going to say the blessing over the grape juice so that when we go into eat dinner, we will have already said the Kiddush and we'll have said Hamotzi. You ready? We're on page 49, and we're standing still. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitzanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodshom yavahu v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta im kohamim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava v'ratzon hinkaptanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. And we say, Amen. I get to taste. You know, this grape juice was just bottled about 3 months ago. It's perfect. Okay. Those of you who are, now we just have to be, there are some people who have had people they love who they may need to say the Kaddish prayer for. So anyone who is saying Kaddish, please remain standing. And anyone who is not saying Kaddish can be seated, and we'll say the words of Kaddish on page 52. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. B'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. B'gala v'zman kariv yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, tamiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. We ask God, who brings peace and comfort on high, to bring peace and comfort to all who are remembering their loved ones. So guess what, everyone? We have just completed the fastest Kabbalat Shabbat and evening Shabbat services you've ever been to. We are in the Guinness Book of World Records for shortest. It's unbelievable. And you could say you were part of history. I have a couple of things to say before we go to get ready for dinner. First of all, we want to thank Jan Nussbaum for all of her incredible hard work to make tonight possible. And we have had lots of wonderful, wonderful volunteers who have helped Jan get tonight together, including Danielle Otero, Adina Fudim, Avi Minlin, Andrea Wang Moore, Melissa Mutskin, Ruth Lefton, Leah Brahma, Rachel Zidell, Sam Kuntz, Brooke Worley, and Eileen Weingram. Thank you all for making tonight possible. We do need to let people know that the dinner is for people who have RSVP'd only. So we do have some Friday nights where we invite anyone who's here to come. Tonight is one of those where we are so packed to the limit that we are just having those who have RSVP'd and we know are going to be here. And we will hope, if you didn't RSVP, that we'll see you at another Friday night service and Shabbat dinner. We're looking forward to our cantor coming back next week. And here's what I need to do. We're going to do two things before we go over to the Fishman for dinner. One, I'm going to have any of my friends who are here come up and help me to do hamotzi. I need all of my friends to come and help me do hamotzi. Come on up all together. All right, we're going to have the loudest hamotzi ever done to thank God for the gift of the food we're going to eat. All right. I need help. On Shalosh, we're all going to say the bracha together. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Hamotzi Lechem Min Haaretz. All right, guys, you can take this and take a little piece and pass it around for everyone. All right. We'll have many, many children's hands on the challah before your children eat. It'll be great. We're going to... All right. And now, we're going to invite people, once they've had a little challah, to go over. Jan's going to lead us, but we're going to sing Shalom Aleichem. We're going to welcome the angels of Shabbat as we go over to the Fishman to get ready for dinner. We're all following Jan to the Fishman. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All right, guys, we will see you in the Fishman for Shabbat dinner and lots of fun to come. Shabbat Shalom. You know, Bern, they don't teach you in rabbinical school how to do a service. 150 kids. Yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. Shabbat shalom to everyone watching on our Zoom. Shabbat shalom.